Welcome to PST channel. Today, finally, it's time for the storytelling of the best Final Fantasy at all time, Final Fantasy VII. I plan to do the remake version later to compare their story too, but I think it is best if we learn everything at its core first. The vanilla version has so many foreshadows that you may never guess that it has already been there long ago. Prepare to be surprised. Joy! Biggs, Jesse, Wedge and Barrett, the Avalanche is a group of terrorists who disagree of using Lifestream, the energy of planet, called Mako energy to be fuel of technology. They know that Shinra Company builds the Mako reactor to contain that energy, so they plan and hire a mercenary named Cloud who used to be Shinra's soldier for blowing up the reactor in Sector 1 at Midgar City. After mission accomplished, Cloud and Avalanche return home by train. Jesse explains that there are pillars supported the plate holding floating city, the main pillars in center and other pillars were built in each sector where reactors are placed. Reactor provides electricity for the town in each sector, those towns are called by numbered sectors. There are checkpoints in each place where has ID sensor device, data of passenger on the train is linked up to central data. Cloud and Avalanche are using fake ID. Barrett says that Midgar is under the plate, so people cannot see sky. Floating city is wealthy, but Midgar is slum and full of pollution. Cloud meets Tifa who's been friend in childhood. Barrett shows up, Malene calls him father, then everyone has a meeting in underground. Tifa stops fighting between Cloud and Barrett. She asks Cloud to help the planet, because Mako energy is about to dry out. She reminds him of the promise 7 years ago. Cloud will leave the town to join Soldier and be like Sephiroth. He cannot return to this town for a while. So Tifa makes him promise to be famous, and come to save her when she is in trouble. Barrett follows Cloud and gives him money. He asks him for next job, blowing up reactor in Sector 5. Cloud and Avalanche get uncovered because of fake ID found, so they jump out of the train and go through tunnel. When arrived to reactor, Cloud gets headache and recalls the past when Tifa's father was killed, she was trying to revenge Sephiroth. Then Cloud and Avalanche meet President of Shinra. He sees Cloud's eyes and knows that Cloud was Soldier, but cannot remember name. Then he calls Airbuster to fight them, and gets away by helicopter. Defeated it and it's blown up, making the bridge broken. Cloud falls from the bridge. Cloud wakes up and finds himself on Flower Garden in church. Aerith says this is the only area in Midgar where the plant can grow up. She has her mother's materia, Stone of Magic, but it has never been activated. Reno and Shinra's troop appears. Aerith hires Cloud to be her bodyguard, wage is a date. Then Aerith leads Cloud to exit on top of church. Cloud tells her that Reno is one of Turk's Shinra organization who is recruiter of Soldier. Cloud asks about cause of targeting Aerith, but she teases that maybe she is qualified to be Soldier. Aerith doubts that Cloud is Soldier because of strange glow in his eyes. The both arrives to Aerith's house and meets Elmira, Aerith's mother. Aerith wants to help Cloud to go to Sector 7, but Elmira asks Cloud to leave without Aerith. Aerith follows and talks with Cloud. Aerith says she had a boyfriend and he was first class in Soldier. While they're talking, Chocobo carriage is passing in front of them, and Tifa is on carriage. So the both find the way to help Tifa. The both knows that Tifa was captured at Don Corneo's mansion, so they disguise themselves as candidates of Don's bride. When they find Tifa, she says she wants some information from Don, so she sneaks in Don's mansion. Don says he's searching for man with gun arm, it's order from Heidegger of Shinra. Shinra wants to crush Avalanche by breaking the supports holding the plate above their hideout in Sector 7. Reeve tries to stop plan of destroying Sector 7, but Heidegger and President ignore him. Cloud, Aerith and Tifa fall in Don's trap. It leads them to sewer. After found the way out to the pillar in Sector 7, they see Avalanche is fighting with Shinra, then Wedge falls from pillar to the ground and dies. Tifa asks Aerith to help Marlene in 7th Heaven Bar. Cloud and Tifa go to top of Pillar to save Barret. Reno pushes the button to blow up Pillar and runs away. Sang is in helicopter. He kidnaps Aerith based on President's order. Aerith says Marlene was saved. The plate is falling down. The party barely escapes the pillar. Midgar City under the plate is destroyed. Jesse and Big's status are unknown under the ruin. Cloud wants to save Aerith. The party learns from Elmira that Aerith is sole survivor of Ancient. Her real mother was Afalna, the Ancient, but she died. Elmira found Aerith at station where she was waiting for her husband who went to the front of Wutai during war after received his letter, but he had never shown up. She adopted Aerith and learned that Aerith escaped from research laboratory of Shinra. Aerith told that her mother and Elmira's husband returned to this planet already, no need to cry. It looked like she can foretell the future. Then Sang from Shinra came to bring Aerith back, but Aerith tried to run away from them for all years. This time, she goes to Shinra in exchange with Marlene's life. Marlene is in Elmira's care, and the party decides to rescue Aerith. The party goes to Shinra building, and here's their meeting. President ignores rebuilding Sector 7, he wants to start Neo Midgar plan and find the promised land. He wants to spread rumor that Shinra saves Sector 7 from Avalanche. Hojo appears and says he's thinking of breeding Aerith to create Ancient that can withstand his research for a long time. The party finds Hojo is watching Red 13 seized in cage, and orders his man to start experiment. Cloud sees Jenova's moving in metal tank and gets headache. The party finds Aerith. Hojo says he is the only one who can control the device in this lab, so the party doesn't hurt him. Hojo brings Red 13 into Aerith's cage for breeding since the both species is nearly extinction. Barret shots the cage making it open, then Red 13 jumps onto Hojo. The party saves Aerith. The party is captured by Rude and Sang, the Turks. They bring the party to meet President. Red 13 is also here, but Aerith was brought to sell. President says ancients called themselves Cetra, lived thousands of years ago, and they can lead to promised land and legend. Shinra expects Mako energy from Promised Land and wants to build Neo Midgar there. In Cell, Tifa asks Aerith about Promised Land, but she doesn't know if it exists. Cetra were born from planet, speak with planet, and unlock planet, then Cetra will return to Promised Land, a land of supreme happiness, but Aerith doesn't know the meaning. She can speak with planet, it's full of people and noisy, so she can't make clear of their speech. Wait. This line. If I am not wrong, this could be like 20 years early for implication of whispers in Remake. However, I have two theories about this. Either they refer to the ghost of Lifestream such as Aerith and Zack ghost we saw in Advent Children movie? Or it could actually be the whispers. The keyword here is noisy, and yup, those really are. Moreover, the whisper in FF7 Origin would not need to harm people or appear to Cloud because they never tried to resist their destiny, so they could remain claim that way? Something's wrong in Shinra. The party gets out of Cell and finds President was killed by Sephiroth's sword. Palmer says Sephiroth wants to stop President finding Promised Land. But Cloud says Sephiroth has different purpose. Rufus, President's son, appears. He says he'll control the world with fear, no need to waste money. Cloud asks everyone to escape and fights Rufus to stop him finding Promised Land. After defeated, he escapes by helicopter. The party escapes Shinra by truck and motorcycle. Cloud says he has to settle with Sephiroth to stop him finding the promised land. Barret, Aerith, Tifa and Red 13 join him with their own reason and get out of Midgard to start journey. The party goes to Nibelheim. Cloud tells them about Sephiroth. He and Sephiroth worked together in several missions and became friends. Till after the war 5 years ago, Soldier had to defeat any resistance against Shinra, and they received mission of investigating a malfunctioned Mako reactor which was producing monsters in Nibelheim, Cloud's hometown. Cloud respected Sephiroth. Sephiroth didn't have hometown. His mother was Jenova who died after gave birth to him, but he didn't talk about his father. Cloud met Tifa, his childhood friend. Sephiroth hired her to be a guide. They went to Mountain Nibel to check Mako reactor, and fell from the bridge. They found materia. Sephiroth said materia is produced by Mako energy condensed. It happens in Mako fountain in nature. This is wisdom of ancients, making people can use magic. Entering Mako reactor, they found Jenova but couldn't open the door. Sephiroth asked Cloud to close the valve of metal tank malfunctioning. Sephiroth understood Hojo's method but despised him comparing to Professor Gast's work. He explained that normal members of Soldier were showered in Mako making them different but still be humans. This time, the malfunction happened because Hojo put members of Soldier in tank. These soldiers had been showered Mako energy in higher degree and mutated. They became monsters. Sephiroth thought that he was created this way and got mad. Sephiroth confined himself in Shinra Mansion. He learned that Professor Gast found dead organism in 2,000 years old geological stratum and called it Jenova. He started Jenova project by using Mako reactor. It may relates to Sephiroth's birth. When Cloud visited, Sephiroth said this planet was Cetra's. After long journey, Cetra would find promised land. But humans' ancestors were taking what Cetra and planet made for easier life without giving back. Then disaster struck the planet. Humans' ancestors survived because they hid. The planet was saved by sacrificing Cetra, so humans' ancestors multiplied up. And he was the result of Jenova project, the project for producing Cetra. Sephiroth went to find Jenova and burnt Nibelheim. Zangan, Tifa's martial art master, asked Cloud to find survivors, but everyone was killed by Sephiroth. Tifa's father was killed too. She held sword and entered Mako reactor. Cloud went inside and saw Sephiroth hurt Tifa, so he followed Sephiroth. Sephiroth wanted to claim the planet back from humans and go to Promised Land. Cloud wanted revenge for Nibelheim. But Cloud cannot remember the latter. The record said Sephiroth was dead, but Cloud's sure that his skill cannot kill Sephiroth. And Jenova was missing. Yuffie joins the party during journey. The party heads to Junon Harbor and helps Priscilla, who was drowned, so her grandmother let the party rest in her house. Cloud hears a voice told to ask Tifa about memory 5 years ago, but she cannot remember. Priscilla helps the party goes to Junon City above this town. The party has to disguise themselves as soldiers in parade. The party gets in the ship and meets Sephiroth. He cannot remember Cloud. He leaves Jenova's cell to fight with the party and disappears. The party arrives to Costa del Sol where Hojo is on resort. He says Shinra's searching for Sephiroth, same purpose as the party. Going to North Corel, Barret meets his old friends who displeased to see him. They say Barret make the town destroyed. Barret says his hometown, Corel, was collapsed 4 years ago. That time, townspeople wanted Mako reactor building in Corel for easier life. Except Dine, Barrett's friend, he wanted to keep coal miner instead of reactor, but couldn't oppose townspeople. When Barrett and Dine went out of town, Shinra's troop burned down the town to cover up the explosion at reactor, and blamed it on rebel faction in Corel. Barrett's wife, Myrna, was also died then. The party goes to Gold Saucer, and meets Kate Sith, a machine who can tell fortune. He joins the party. The party finds soldiers dead by gunshot and was accused of murder. Then the party gets banished to Corel prison. Barrett says the culprit is another man with gun arm, Dine. He should be dead when Shinra shot hands of Barrett and his, then he fell from the cliff. Barrett defeats Dine and tells him that Marlene is waiting. But Dine insists to die and entrusts Marlene to Barrett's care. He gives his wife's pendant, Eleanor's, to Marlene. The party returns to Gold Saucer by one Chocobos racing. Dio sends letter of apology to the party and set them free. He says Sephiroth is heading to Gongaga. The party meets Turks and doubts there may be a spy who reports the party's status. The party comes to Gongaga. The old couple sees Cloud is in Soldier, so they ask about their son named Zack who left the city 10 years ago to join Soldier. The couple received letter mentioned about his son's girlfriend and wonder if Aerith is that girlfriend. But Aerith and Tifa act strange then leave the party. Cloud asks Tifa about Zack. She says she doesn't know against her act. Aerith says Zack was her first love, and a first-class soldier. Aerith thinks Zack was gallant, so his girlfriend may be not her. The party comes to Cosmo Canyon. Red 13 says it's his hometown, and his real name is Nanaki. People come here to study planet life. Red 13 tribe were protectors of this village. Red 13 introduces Bugenhagen. He says Red 13 tribe has longevity. Bugenhagen hears the voice of planet. He says planet is dying. He shows 3D holographic system imitated the space when the planet born. He says when living things in universe died, the body decomposes and returns to planet including the spirit. Energy of spirits roaming the planet is called Lifestream. A new life born by Lifestream and returns to planet again when died as a world cycle. Humans change Lifestream into Mako energy, using up and throwing away. Then the planet dies. Red 13 father is Sito, a warrior who fought against attackers raided the village called Gi tribe, and became stoned by Gi, poisonous arrows. Red 13 has misunderstood his father all along. Bugenhagen wants Red 13 to continue journey with the party who claims to help the planet. It may be useless, but at least they try. Going to Nibelheim, the town has no damage, not same as Cloud's story. The party finds Vincent in Shinra Mansion. He was Turks and knows Sephiroth. He tells about his love, Lucretia, assistant of Professor Gast of Jenova project. Lucretia gave birth to Sephiroth in experiment. He wants to find Hojo, so he joins the party. The party meets Sephiroth. He says Jenova will join Reunion, becoming Calamity from the sky. Cloud realizes that Jenova is not Cetra, and continue going after Sephiroth. On the way to MT Nibel, the party goes to Rocket Town. There is a huge rusty rocket leaning at the middle of town. This town used to be Shinra base. The party meets Shara. She suggests to ask Captain about the plane. The party meets Captain Sid. He says before changed into Mako manufacturer, Shinra built weapons. One of them was rocket for going into space called Shinra number 26 and Sid was chosen to be pilot. But because Shara concerned about oxygen tank result, so she was staying in engine section when rocket was about to be launched, Sid aborted mission to prevent high temperature in engine section that can cause her body blast. The program was paused until Shinra found Mako was more profitable and abandoned this program. Rufus comes to borrow Tiny Bronco, the small plane for heading to Sephiroth's place. He doesn't approve space program. So Sid displeased of Rufus, and lend Tiny Bronco to the party instead. But the plane's tail is shot and becomes a boat. The party goes to Wutai. Yuffie quarrels with Godo, her father, because she opposes to succumb to Shinra. She wants Wutai to be more brave, not the town for tourists. Then she runs away with the party's materia. Yuffie and Elena are kidnapped by Corneo, so the party and Turks are collaborated to find them. After defeated Corneo, Turks gets called by Shinra to find Cloud. But they don't obey because it's during vacation. Yuffie returns materia to the party. The party thinks Sephiroth is traveling around the world to find promised land and black materia. They remember about men in black cape who have number on their bodies. Red 13 says he got the same number from Hojo. His number is 13 and he doesn't know the meaning. The party realizes Cait Sith is spy who stole Keystone for Temple of Ancient, and gives it to Turks. His real body is at Shinra headquarters in Midgar. He still wants to join the party in Journey by taking Marlene as hostage. But he will lead the party to Temple of Ancient. The party comes to Temple of Ancients. Aerith hears the voice of Planet, and sees a man in black cape with number 9 disappears. The party meets saying is wounding. He gives Keystone to the party for Enter Temple. Aerith leads the party to see Consciousness of Ancients. It shows the past when Sephiroth arrived and said he wants to be merged with Lifestream of this planet, to obtain the wisdom, to become one with Planet. Then he hurts saying. The party finds Sephiroth. He says once Planet is hurt, it gathers Lifestream to heal the injury. The amount of energy gathered depends on the size of the injury. When there is a large injury that can destroy the planet, there will be a large amount of Lifestream gathered, and Sephiroth will be at center and merged with that large energy. He will reborn as a god of this planet. And the magic which can destroy the planet is Meteor. Cloud is controlled by Sephiroth to find black materia for calling Meteor. But he can't remember when he was controlled. And after solve the puzzles by sacrificing Cait Sith and Temple turns to be black materia. Cloud obtains black materia but cannot use it. It requires a plenty of planet's energy which can be found in Promised Land. Sephiroth is an Ancients, so he cannot find Promised Land. Sephiroth appears and says he became a traveler of the Lifestream and obtained wisdom of Ancients, so he can find Promised Land. He can create future. Then he controls Cloud to give black materia to him. Cloud attacks Aerith unconsciously. With the help of Cait Sith too, the party hit Cloud to help Aerith. Then Aerith disappears. Cloud sees Aerith in dream. They are in Sleeping Forest where leads to City of the Ancients. She says Sephiroth will use Meteor. She is the last Cetra who can protect this planet. Then Sephiroth appears and tells Cloud to stop Aerith. The party goes to Forgotten City, and finds Aerith in the altar. Cloud tried to kill her under Sephiroth's control, but is stopped by his friends. Then Sephiroth comes and stabs Aerith. White materia is thrown off from her hair and drowned. Sephiroth says he will go to Promised Land and unite with Planet together with Aerith. He tells Cloud to stop acting like he has feeling, because Cloud is just a puppet. Cloud sees off Aerith into the lake, and continues journey to get back the black materia. Going to village in Snowfield, the party finds video record of Afalna. She said 2,000 years ago, Cetra heard the cries of Planet, and Cetra at Null's Pole found first planets wound around here. When Cetra talked to Planet, they learned that Crisis fell from the sky making large wound on Planet. That large wound can only be healed over many years by Lifestream. North Cave was where the Lifestream gathered to heal the injury. But Lifestream was dried away the land. When Cetra tried to part with Null's Pole, their dead family showed the past of Crisis who tricked and gave them virus transforming them into monsters. Then Crisis also infected other Cetra clans with virus. Record of Weapon says that Jenova is not Cetra. It's Crisis from the sky that makes Planet cannot be healed fully. So Planet produced Weapon to destroy that Crisis, but Weapon had never been used because the surviving Cetras defeated and confined Jenova without killing it. Weapon remains asleep until the planet is in danger again. Record of Aerith says Aerith was Professor Gast and Afalna's daughter. Hojo was waiting for their child to be his specimen. Gas died trying to save his family. And Hojo found record of weapon. The party finds the large hole where Jenova fell. Lifestream has been gathering here to heal the planet. Here is called Promised Land. Sephiroth plan must make a larger wound to planet. The party goes inside to stop Sephiroth. Shinra also come here by airship. The party finds Sephiroth is killing men in black cape with number. He tells Cloud that those men carry Jenova cells and have purpose to give black materia to Master. Sephiroth leaves black materia after defeated. Then Cloud entrusts black materia to the party's other member. When going inside, the party finds themselves in Nibelheim. This was Nibelheim in 5 years ago. There were only 2 first-class soldiers, Sephiroth and Zack. Sephiroth says Cloud was a puppet made up from Jenova's cells, knowledge, and power of Mako. Hojo created him after real Sephiroth was dead. He was incomplete Sephiroth clone without number given. Jenova created Cloud from Tifa's memory. With the photo taken in Nibelheim 5 years ago, Tifa says nothing, so Cloud accepts current situation. Shinra arrive inside the cave and see creature behind the wall, its weapon. The party was tricked to give away black materia to Cloud. Cloud says sorry to Tifa that he isn't Cloud she knew. Hojo says Jenova reunion theory has now been proven, because even if Jenova's body is dismembered, it will eventually become one again. Men in black cape with number are clones of Jenova's cells and gathered where Jenova is, first in Midgar. But Sephiroth brought Jenova out of Shinra building for manipulating the clones. Cloud thinks that he has also been manipulated. Hojo is glad that Sephiroth as well and Reunion are here, and haven't been melted with Lifestream. Tifa's afraid of Meteor calling. Rufus asks the party to evacuate with him. Cloud gives black materia to Sephiroth. The cave is collapsed and weapons appear. In flashback, Tifa met Cloud at station and asked how long they hadn't met. Actually it was 7 years, but Cloud says 5 years. Tifa noticed something strange in Cloud's confused memories. She wanted to be with him, so she asked him to join Avalanche. Tifa wakes up in Junon. Barrett says Sephiroth is sleeping in North Cave protected by barrier. The party cannot harm him now. But it's weapons that they need to concern. Rufus is finding a way to fight them. About Meteor, it was summoned and has moved gradually toward Earth. Rufus tells the party to prepare for execution to soothe people about Meteor. The party escapes execution with help of Kate Sith 2, while weapons attacking Shinra. Rufus orders to use cannon for counterattack. Battle between Weapon and Shinra makes a chance for Tifa to escape. Weapon is shot on head and drowned. Scarlet stops Tifa escaping, then the voice called Tifa to jump from the cannon. The party escapes by High Wind, the airship. Going to Mideel, the party meets Cloud who has lost his sanity. Doctor says it's Mako poisoning. Tifa wants to stay by Cloud's side. The party continues journey without her. Kate Sith shows the conference of Shinra. Rufus wants to take care of 2 issues, destroying Meteor and removing barrier for defeat Sephiroth. Heidegger says they are gathering all huge materia, a high density of Mako energy, and plan to blow up Meteor. Next place to collect them is Corel and Fort Condor. The party goes to Corel and see huge materia is taken away by train. So they ride another train and follow it. After stopped Shinra's train from crashing with Corel and acquired huge materia, Corel's townspeople make friend with Barrett again. Going to Condor, the party learns that Shinra plans to get rid of Condor and gets huge materia from Mako reactor. The party joins and won the fight, and receives huge materia. Going to Mideel, Weapon attacks the town, so the party chases it out. But Tremor doesn't stop. Tifa and Cloud fall into Lifestream. Tifa helps Cloud get back his own self by making clear of memories. Then Cloud remembers that he wanted to be stronger to protect Tifa. His all memories weren't clone of Zack. After Zack was defeated, Cloud held the sword and stabbed Sephiroth from behind. Cloud existed when went to Nibelheim, but he was just a soldier, not first-class soldier. Sephiroth got injured and held Jenova's head while going outside. Zack asked Cloud to follow him, but Cloud got stabbed. When memories are clear, Cloud's back to himself again. The party saves the both from Lifestream. Cloud admits that he'd never been in Soldier. He created an illusion of ideal of himself based on Zack's story. Physically, he was built like member of Soldier, by exposing to Mako energy and injecting with Jenova cells. The stronger can enter Soldier, but he was a weak one. Cloud decides to fight for saving planet, since he was a cause of Meteor fallen. Kate Sith says next mission is to find huge materia in underwater reactor Junon. It is taking away when the party arrives. The party drives submarine and collects the huge materia. Vincent meets Lucretia and gets flashback. He watched Lucretia fell in love with Hojo and gave birth to Sephiroth in experiment. When he opposed, he got shot by Hojo and his body was altered to be monster. He thinks it's a punishment. In Nibelheim, Cloud gets flashback. Zack broke out the glass capsule after healing and helped Cloud escape from Mansion in Nibelheim. During the journey to Midgar, Zack fought with Shinra's soldiers and died. So Cloud received Zack's sword and continued his journey. Going to Rocket Town, the party fights Turks and acquires Rocket. Mechanics plan to load a materia bomb into Rocket and blow up Meteor. Cloud cannot be forced to lose huge materia because it's Ancient's wisdom. The party has a quarrel while the rocket is launching, so they get stuck in the rocket. Autopilot is unusable. Sid prepares escape pod, and plans to bail before crashing into Meteor. Cloud acquires huge materia before escape. The rocket crashes into Meteor, but it's useless. Going to meet Bugenhagen, the party keeps huge materia in Bugenhagen's house. The party brings Bugenhagen to Forgotten City. He says when humans meet crisis, they search for holy, ultimate white magic against Meteor. Even weapons or humans can be wiped out. It depends on planet to decide what is bad will be disappeared, what is good will be remained. When solve the puzzle, water falls from the cliff, it projects flashback of Aerith's dead. Aerith's voice has already reached the planet, but Sephiroth has gotten in the way, so Holy was not activated. Kate Sith says Rufus prepares Cannon of Junon to attack Sephiroth, but Cannon can be operated on Mako energy, so he moves it to Midgar. When shooting by Cannon, it needs reactor activated to level of blowing up. The amount of casualty is unimaginable. Cloud decides to defeat Weapons with the party instead. During battle between the party and Weapon, Shinra activates Cannon to shoot toward Weapon and Barrier of Cave. It helps eliminating the both threats. But Weapon's counterattack destroys Shinra building with Rufus in there. Scarlet says Cannon needs cooldown for 3 hours, or Midgar will be in danger. But Hojo controls the machine now. He wants Sephiroth to obtain more Mako energy. The one who controls Kate Sith is Reeve. He says there is no way to shut the valve off now. Cloud suggests to defeat Hojo. When Reeve tells Shinra about this, he gets captured. The party parachutes to Midgar and defeats Turks, Heidegger and Scarlet. The party meets Hojo. He says Sephiroth is his son. He offered his wife and son to Gas Jenova project. He also injected Jenova cells into his body, defeated him, and the party stops his operation. Meteor is about to crash into Earth within 7 days. Cloud encourages everyone to fight for planet and protect the persons dear to them, then come back alive. The party is ready to fight Sephiroth in last battle. Sephiroth's ultimate skill, Supernova. After defeated Sephiroth in his angel form, Cloud duels with Sephiroth one-on-one. After defeated Sephiroth, the party escapes the cave by Highwind with Lifestream boost up. Meteor is about to fall upon Midgar. Holy Force comes to bear it, but not powerful enough. Cait Sith already announced to evacuate the peoples. The party is about to give up on Midgar. Then Holy leads Lifestream flowed to support and destroy the meteor. 500 years later, Red 13 is running on the cliff with his children. No matter how many times the nature was destroyed, it can be restored again over the flow of time. And that's all for the epic of Final Fantasy VII. It's the new whole world impressed in many FF worldwide fans. The big success did not stop here. We will meet again in Remake episode. We can detail up of what are the different they add and what are already foreshadowed. Make sure to subscribe to PST channel, Gaming Stories for Life, and stay tuned for more RPG classics. Thanks for reading. See you soon.